The Sala was formed due to transformations between several prehistoric lakes that existed around 40,000 years ago but had all evaporated over time. It is now covered by a few meters of salt crust, which has an extraordinary flatness with the average elevation variations within 1 meter over the entire area of the Sala. The crust serves as a source of salt and covers a pool of brine, which is exceptionally rich in lithium. The large area, clear skies, and exceptional surface flatness make the Sala ideal for calibrating the altimeters of Earth observation satellites. Following rain, a thin layer of dead calm water transforms the flat into the world's largest mirror, 129 kilometers across. Salar de Uyuni is part of the Altiplano of Bolivia in South America. The Altiplano is a high plateau, which was formed during the uplift of the Andes Mountains. The plateau includes fresh and saltwater lakes as well as salt flats and is surrounded by mountains with no drainage outlets. The geological history of the Sala is associated with a sequential transformation between several vast lakes. Some 30,000 to 42,000 years ago, the area was part of a giant prehistoric lake, Lake Minchin. Its age was estimated by radiocarbon dating shells from outcropping sediments and carbonate reefs and varies between reported studies. Lake Minchin later transformed into Paleo Lake Tauca, having a maximal depth of 140 meters, and an estimated age of 13,000 to 18,000 or 14,900 to 26,100 years, depending on the source. Salar de Uyuni is estimated to contain 10 billion tons of salt, of which less than 25,000 t is extracted annually. All miners working in the Sala belong to Colchani's cooperative. Because of its location, large area, and flatness, the Sala is a major car transport route across the Bolivian Altiplano, except when seasonally covered with water. Sala means salt flat in Spanish. Uyuni originates from the Aymara language and means a pen. Uyuni is a surname and the name of a town that serves as a gateway for tourists visiting the Sala. Thus Salar de Uyuni can be loosely translated as a salt flat with enclosures, the latter possibly referring to the islands of the Sala, or as salt flat at Uyuni. Aymara legend tells that the mountains Tunupa, Cusco, and Cusina, which surround the Sala, were giant people. Tunupa married Cusco, but Cusco ran away from her with Cusina. Grieving Tunupa started to cry while breastfeeding her son. Her tears mixed with milk and formed the Sala. Many locals consider the Tunupa an important deity and say that the place should be called Salar de Tunupa rather than Salar de Uyuni. Salar de Uyuni has two distinct seasons. The rainy season is when visitors come to witness the Salah's breathtaking mirror effect. Be wary of excessive rain in December and January, as it can cause tour cancellations. During the dry season, temperatures are colder, the ground has hardened, and travelers can drive across the stark white landscape to places that aren't accessible in the rainy season. Tour operators consider June through August their high period, and rates may rise accordingly. The Salah is virtually devoid of any wildlife or vegetation. The latter is dominated by giant cacti. They grow at a rate of about 1 centimeter per day to a height of about 12 meters. Other shrubs include Paleo, which is used by locals to cure catarrh, and Thola, which is burned as fuel. Also present are quinoa plants and quinua bushes. Every November, Salar de Uyuni is the breeding ground for 3 South American species of flamingo feeding on local brine shrimps, the Chilean, Andean, and rare James's flamingos. About 80 other bird species are present, including the horned coot, Andean goose, and Andean hill star. The Andean fox, or culpio, is also present, and islands in the Salar host colonies of rabbit-like vizcachas. At nearly 12,000 feet above sea level, visitors may experience altitude sickness if they haven't properly acclimatized. Symptoms include nausea, headaches, and insomnia, among others. Discuss various options for preventing and treating altitude sickness with your doctor before your trip. So all in all, every year countless tourists flock to Salar de Uyuni to see the world's largest natural mirror.